Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted battle from Ethan, who is basically like he's the second part of this channel now because he submits so many battles and I showcase them all because he's a very good team builder. And this is one I really like because it's Charjabug, Greninja, Pawniard, and it's basically very simple. You have Charjabug that's very strong in this meta. It's gonna have problems with like it's gonna have problems with a couple things. It's gonna have problems with Dragon, and it's gonna have problems with Carbink. It's gonna have problems with ground. So Greninja and Pawniard are basically gonna cover those two. Greninja is probably the safe swap on this team. And then Pawniard as a steal will be able to resist Dragon, and it will be able to resist Carbink. So I like that. I like to see how it plays out. I don't have one built up, but it should be interesting to see how it plays out here. Let's look at some battles. Get that out of my way. Okay, so sorry. Well, I was actually not paying attention. Okay, Golbat, Charjabug, that's a really good lead, so they're going to get out of here into a Froslass, and this is where Greninja comes in, and that makes sense. You resist everything, get the Night Slash off right away. Yeah, I think so too. Just try and boost as fast as you can. Holy smokes. At this point, thing is, Avalanche and Shadow Ball are still going to do 50% because Greninja is so glassy. You don't need to shield the first one, but I think, yeah, I'm not surprised this is what you're doing. I kind of had the same thought, is maybe just shield and farm all the way down, come up with multiple moves for the Golbat. Holy smokes, that Avalanche does a lot. Because if the Golbat comes back in, which I expect it to, because it has really no match against Charjabug, unless they have like a super hard answer for this. Now you can get multiple Hydro Cannons off. 2 will take out. So then they need to make a decision what they're going to do. Just sacrifice this or still get hit with burn the shield and get a bunch of chip damage done here and then still have a bad matchup against Charjabug. So they decide to go that route. Can't quite get there, caught in the animation. They are going to launch a move. I didn't count if it was just Poison Fang or Shadow Ball. So it is Shadow Ball. That's a good chip, and then get out of here. Oh, they're double weak to this. So you can chip here, and then yeah, what are you going to do? You can probably stay in here and throw Discharge one more time and then get out of here. It's not like Pawniard has an amazing matchup against it because it's neutral because... No, it's resisting because Poison will resist. Fury Cutter, you're actually running a Night Slash and Iron Head. Okay. I didn't actually look at the moveset. I looked at the PV Poke moveset, but that moveset probably makes more sense. Iron Head, just so you actually have a harder hitting move. So farming up a bit will not matter too much. Get the first move off. This will take out. No, not quite. Now I show you my process. I've got this down to basically a science though, but maybe I should actually look at the movesets first. Okay, good lead here. I mean, yes, it is a good lead because it's so glassy. Thing is, 2 Hydros still friggin' hurt. And that one goes through, and they can maybe get, if you're going to go for the full farm down here, they're going to get another move off. Okay, I would like to maybe see force a shield back there. Because now if they get another one, no, they can't, but you have 2 moves. But if a ground comes in, yeah, you're going to reset on a... Lucky it's not a full Charmer, because that would have just deleted you. Fairy Wind's not terrible, because you can chip here, but they can just get a move off here and take you out. You have a couple Discharge. You also have a half Dark, half Steel, so that's only neutral, and this is resisted. So I don't even know if this is the right... I guess with Iron Head, this is the right move, because this will be super effective, and it charges super fast with Fury Cutter. But this is still neutral, being half Dark, half Steel. So we're going to shield up the Moonblast. I'm guessing you can almost outpace at this point, and as a Golbat, those banked moves now coming in handy here. 1, probably not enough to take out. Gotta go throw back to back. Trying for the end. As I was just saying, I don't think there's a point of undercharging here. Can you get to another move? Not quite. Now, Moonblast to a Steel. Pawniard. How tanky is Pawniard? Let's see. This is neutral. Not that tanky. Okay. Good to know. Safe swap into Greninja right away. I'm surprised that if they're running Froslass, they don't have an answer to Greninja. It's working out for you. I don't love this switch in here because like they should have made that move immediately. If you have it, I'm gonna stop this. If you have a Charjabug into a Froslass, that's a neutral matchup. The general rule of thumb is it's not like your back Pokemon. I guess your back Pokemon is double weak to fighting. Okay, I see why you did that. Okay, fine. In general, if you have a neutral lead, you should stay in with them. I just had noticed that you are double weak to fighting in the back, and Charjabug is a bug will resist the fighter, so you're probably trying to pull out a Toxicroak or an Escav, hit them with a Hydro, probably still grab a shield, come in Charjabug, and then Pawniard roam free. Okay, I see what you're doing. So you will get off a few Night Slashes here. Unfortunately, you need like 4. I think you need like 4 even without the boost. Like Toxapex is just really tanky. They just go straight brine, which is fine. I have had other people do that to me too. Just go straight brine and then try and like farm down. But now you have to shield if you want to keep switch here. So I don't love that. Oh no, I guess you can. Jesus Christ. So tanky. Anyways, Charger comes back in. Shielding up. I know an Avalanche will hurt. Coming in to do resisted moves. Yeah, I guess you resist everything, right? With the Ice and Shadow Ball. Everything is resisted here. Still does 50%. So I always thought that Pawniard was way tankier than this. 6, 14, 14. What level is this at? I'm just going to check PV Poke for a minute here and see what level this would be. Pawniard at 6, 14, 14 is still a level 48.5. So it's built up. Oh my god, even at 48.5, its overall stat product is 1676. No wonder it's so bad. 106 defense, 118 stamina, 133 attack. Interesting. And everyone, okay, so it's truly kind of a meme-ish Pokemon, but is ranked decently high. I'll go back to commentating on the battles after I just look up one more thing here. What is its rank in 27th in Halloween Cup rankings? Interesting. So, okay, lead. I mean, I think you have to stay in here. Even if they have a fighter in the back. Oh, this charm is adding up quick. I think this one is probably worth the bait. I think you have to shield. I think you shield and almost double bait here. And they catch on Toxapex, so nice catch. And what do you do here? Get a couple more. Yeah, get a discharge. You kind of have to. Your backlines are really going to have a tough time against. I know as a Pawniard you resist the poison, but they're resisting the Fury Cutter and the Iron Head, so you can only throw Night Slashes. Kind of like Greninja, you can only throw Night Slashes on Toxapex. Luckily you guys CMP there, so this is a lot of wasted energy on their end here. You can come Pawniard. So this thing does charge fast. I can see that. Taking any move here. Prine. Not going to do a ton. But the fact that you're still at 50%, like, holy smokes, so this thing is going to be loaded with energy. It doesn't hit super. 133 was the attack. I didn't mention that. So it hits okay. It doesn't hit amazing. Get the Iron Head off. I'm interested to see if they double shield this. But you don't know if you're going to get to another one, so you just commit to the Night Slash. So will chip it now. Yeah. Whoa, jeez. One charm does a ton of damage. Good news is 2 Hydro is all you need on a Golbat, so this will be able to take this out. Yeah, because Pawniard, I've seen a lot of people use Pawniard before. But maybe that was more in the Little Cup when everything sucked. Pawniard as in Great Leagues, it gets level 48.5, but does not do much. So terrible lead here. You got to get out. Yeah, into Greninja. They come in Escav, right? It's okay. This is kind of how you want to play this out, right? Pull out a fighter. Grab a shield. You may be able to grab 2 if they do not. Oh, just get caught in the animation there. So full farm down for them. Even if you get hit with the drill run, that's okay. Your win condition now is Pawniard. So you let that one go. Hopefully you can get the discharge off before. Yeah. I assume they will not double shield. Yeah. And then, oh, you're kind of switch locked is the only problem. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that switch. You gotta burn that switch timer. See if you can get out to save this. No, it's already registered. So you are down to your last Pokemon. Even though it's resisted, you have to. I think you have to shield. Yeah, this has shown that it's very, very, very glossy. So I think shielding is a must. Plus, oh yeah, Moonblast would do neutral. Golbat comes in. How much is this gonna do? 70-ish would be my guess. Not even. Okay. Now you just gotta go straight Night Slash. So I'm going to put it in the title and I'm going to put it in the thumbnail because that's good for clicks. But right now I am very unimpressed with Pawniard, quite honestly. Yeah, I'm just very unimpressed. It does not hit hard. It does not hit it hard enough for, and it doesn't have any bulk. It's got a somewhat unique typing in Dark Steel and it charges quick. Pros. Not enough to make up for what I'm seeing here. You're going to get the Iron Head off. How much health do I have left? This probably does take out. Yeah, okay. So nice sweep there. As I'm talking crap about it. But still, I stick by what I say. It seems to have some problems. Go Lurk comes in. No, not Go Lurk. So many people have been using Go Lurk now because a couple, I think it was Home Slice and Yonkis used it. So now everyone's using it. So every time I see a ground Ghost, I think about that, but it's not. It's Runerigus, which I used in my first video. So hit him with the Hydro, take him out. This will do some good chip. They're gonna just probably farm down. Yeah. Get back in here. They'll probably throw one move. I think it's probably. I mean, Charjabug is kind of tanky, so no, it's just a Sand Tomb, so it's not even a. This point, grab a shield. If they're not leaving, it means they probably have like a Toxapex or something in the back. Yeah, they're shielding. They're definitely weak to this. At this point, I now start committing shields. That's what I was going to say. Oh, it's only a mirror shot, so that's a weird moveset. It's got to be like Toxapex or something. Yeah. There's only one reason. This is kind of a mistake on... I know why they're doing it, but it just makes it... It just makes it so obvious from an opponent's standpoint what is happening here, which makes me easier to. In that situation, they're so low on health. There is 0 sense for them to keep that alive and use a shield unless they're super weak to Charjabug in the back. And that way, in this limited meta like that, there are really only a few things that absolutely get dominated by that. And it's going to be like the waters, Greninja, Toxapex, and stuff like that. So you can just know what they're going to have and then adjust accordingly. And that's what you did. Recognize that they probably are weak to this in the back. Going to get multiple moves off now. And then Pawniard will be able to do the rest. So good recognition, but yeah, I don't love that move by the opponent. It just seems, it's too obvious. It's too obvious. Golbat, so good lead. They'll get out into something. Drapion. Yeah, Drapion's kind of a tricky one, right? This hits, crunches from a Shadow Drapion hurt. Coming in here, hoping. So it's going to be interesting because if they have a water and crunch still does like 50% of these resisted matchups. That's the only sort of problem, right? It would be the same with Greninja. I was going to say come Greninja because it probably has Aqua Tail and Crunch. And you can just like Hydro it out. But if it has Aqua Tail and Crunch, it probably still does like 50% between the Poison and the Crunch on a Greninja. Your backline is so glassy. One bait, just going straight Night Slash just to do any chip, which I think makes sense. They're eventually going to have to throw. Wow, that actually does quite a lot of chip. You're going to get another one off. Ooh. Yeah, I think you just let this go. Charjabug comes in. They probably still are close to another move, though. They farmed up a lot there. But you already have a move, so this will take out. See if they try and save the energy. They do try and save the energy. Yeah, they have another move. Full Volt Switch through. And Toxapex, stop making stuff double weak to electric in this meta. Like Charjabug is a very common Pokemon in this meta. I know why they're doing it, because outside the electric, which again, there's only really Charjabug for it. Outside the electric, Toxapex is weak to ground, and then you have, it's a tanky one at that, is only weak to ground, and then your ground answer is going to be a flyer. So it makes sense in theory, but like, there's other Pokemon. There's other Pokemon that won't cause you double weakness. ABA style. Caught in the your opponent quit, or just game spinning leg there. Mirror match. Yeah, I think you stay in and X scissor, I guess, is probably the only thing. But again, if you're this is where being double weak to counter in the back is going to suck, because if you have a counter user coming at you hard in the back, you're just going to lose this game, because you're kind of forced to stay in here. Maybe Pawniard should come in soon, or this is you again. They won't necessarily have a counter user in the back, but you are just setting yourself up for a potential just like domination here. So Runariga, so this is good on your end. That was fast. Again, it's the only move they can throw is Sand Tomb. Those will start adding up. Greninja. Okay, so you're gonna. This will still hurt. Now the question is, do they start baiting? Nope. So they can just farm down. I almost think you have to go double Night Slash, because if I'm them, they're just gonna shield and come out with energy. Yeah, I think you have to do double Night Slash there if you can, knowing that they're going to commit one shield and just farm, because now they're at like 2 Hydros here. They live. They're gonna get one off here. They're probably gonna get a second one off before you take them out. Does one water? Oh, they bait 2. That's rough. They definitely. I was gonna say they definitely have another one. That yours went through, so it will take them out. You're down to 0. How much? Oh yeah, it's I forgot what they have. They have a terrible Pokemon for Greninja in the back, so they just let it go. Yeah, their only one condition is you could go like Night Slash there. Okay, well, thanks for the submission. I always appreciate them, because I do use a lot of them. Pawniard, I'm so... I really had way higher expectations for this thing. Let me just see, as we're at the end of this video, if it has any other... what its movesets are. Because right now, it's... like I said, its stat product is terrible. I should have maybe gone to Halloween Cup to see what its... yeah, so Fury Cutter, Night Slash, X Scissor is the preferred move set on this Pokemon. Double weak to fighting, weak to fire, weak to ground. A lot of resistances. Ton of resistances for this meta. Double resist poison, resist rock, resist ice, resist grass, resist dragon, resist dark. So lots of good resistances for this meta. Very glossy. Hits decently hard, not amazing. You can either go Fury Cutter or Scratch. So Fury Cutter makes sense, and you only have Night Slash, Iron Head, X Scissor as your only 3 moves. So you went for an Iron Head, harder hitting. I guess, yeah, I guess if you have to. You're right, you have to, because if you are running Charjabug in the front, you're going to get killed by Carbink. So you need the Iron Head for the Carbink in the back. Makes sense. Plus you get stab on it compared to X Scissor. So that makes sense from that perspective. It's just, I was really surprised at how glassy it is in the stat product and everything. And just to put it in perspective, so like Pawniard at this, I'll go over the stats again. 61414 is a level 48.5, 1496 CP, 133 attack, 106 defense, 118 stamina for 1676 overall stat product, which is a terrible stat product. And just to give you an idea, so if you want a glass cannon, which is weak on stamina and thing, so Surfetch, well, Surfetch actually has way worse stamina, has only 98 stamina, 1 higher defense, but the attack is 12 higher. I'm trying to think what other, like Swampert's kind of a unique one. Yeah, Swampert has a little lower attack and a higher stamina. Trying to think of what other sort of glass cannons there are. Escav. Escav is actually very, very, very comparable to Pawniard. So both have a 133 attack, and then their defense and stamina are just switched. So 106 and 118 on Pawniard, and 116 and 107 on Escav. So basically they're just reversed, and the basically same overall stat product, 1676 versus 1673. So if you've played with Escav, as I'm sure more have, it's very similar to that. Like counter and drill runs hurt, but you're never like one-shotting with stuff, and you know you need to use shields. And that seems to be very, very similar to this. Seems to be fast charging, and Night Slash should do good chip, but doesn't take out that you need to throw like multiple moves, and you're very close, you need to use shields. So that just seems to be my analysis based on seeing it in action for the first time here, looking at its typings, looking at its movesets, looking at its gameplay, and then looking at its stats product. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. But that is it. Thanks for the submission. If you would like to submit any videos, link in the description. Just make sure you have access to it when you upload it to your sort of Google Drive. And that's it. So appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.